Hi, my name's Crystal, and you're watching Hot Rod Madness.
Hot Rod Madness, where every car has a story. If you love rat rods, street rods, American classic muscle, even the unusual, including those ground-pounding, tire-smoking street machines, we got them. Fire them up, Hot Rod Madness style, with your host, Tim the Milkman, along with the Hot Rod Madness crew. Welcome to Hot Rod Madness. Let's travel with Tim the Milkman and the Hot Rod Madness crew to Birmingham, Alabama for the 2018 O'Reilly Auto Parts World of Wheels.
Hey, it's the Milkman here. I'm at the World of Wheels in Birmingham, Alabama. Eric, how are you, man?
Pretty good.
All right. You see any cool cars back there?
Yeah, a lot cool.
All right, man. I'm fixing to go check them out too, man, and talk to some of the owners. So stick around. Check this out. Big Wit, how are you, man?
What's up? How you doing?
Hey,
How you doing?
World of Wheels, man. Looks like you're ready to win a trophy there, buddy.
Yeah, I'm excited. This was a real fun build for me and my family.
Yeah.
Seems like we did everything right, going off the crowd's response. I'm just excited that everyone's loving it. It's cool to be out here with a bunch of car people, man, and just enjoy the love.
Oh, man, when I saw the detail just in the trim work on this car, I had to come over and say, hey, man, excellent job. Who did all that engraving there?
Hernan, he's in California, and he is the man. Name of his company is Engrave It, and they are incredible. They do a good job. I mean, if you look at it, he talk about no chicken scratch. His
that's pretty wild.
His engraving is real deep, give you a lot of detail.
Yeah. I'd like to be able to sit and watch him do a piece.
It's pretty amazing.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
Sure.
The detail that he put into it, everything's hand done. It's not with a machine. It's all by hand.
Yeah.
It's very meticulous. He takes his time, but, the end result is incredible.
Oh, sure. And this Blues baby here is sporting the LS power plant?
Oh, yeah. I put a LS3 in there, and, we did a bunch of little custom stuff, radiator support, all that stuff. I went with a polished one, and I'm figuring it out. It definitely has a power. I have a Lincoln Versailles rear end. It's all chrome. Everything underneath is chromed out. Okay. Four-link suspension, all chromed out. Of course, you got to go with them Daytons. It ain't right unless you got some Daytons with some 520s on it. In the lowrider world, you got D's with some 520s, you're the guy.
Looks like you could turn a corner and peel that wheel, that tire right off there, man. Your tires are too small, sir.
No, that's the way to do it. Slow and low, baby. I'm from L.A.
Yeah, I hear you, man. That thing looks cool, boy.
But it's fun. And then, of course, inside I went with a nice little paisley. I went with the original font, the original print. But I went with a paisley. It has the same look as the original interior, but I just mix it up, put a little paisley in there. Of course, I had to go with the Hernan engraved spotlights, the dash cluster. Hernan engraved it, and I have the digital dash. All my hinges are engraved. It's a fun build, but I drive it. We was going down the road last week Thursday, hit a puddle, so of course that's a little extra work we got to put in cleaning it up for this show.
Yeah, when you hit a puddle on this, man,
no, it's not fun.
You got to take it home immediately and start polishing again.
It's not fun. The cool thing, I end up, chrome the entire convertible rack. All that stuff's chromed out. Yeah. But my heart was, I played some professional baseball, and of course I'm from Los Angeles. So when I had a chance to put some of my favorite all-time greats throughout the panels, I got Chick Hearns, I got Vin Scully, got Sheffield, got Jackie Robinson, Magic Johnson. Of course, you can't go wrong when you put a Bo Jackson in there.
Nice.
And I got Bo in there, and I just love those guys. And, of course, on the other side, I have some more of my favorites. Got Kobe, got Magic.
Oh, okay. So the other side's different.
Correct. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And then I went with aircraft hydraulics. I guess those come off of airplane. If you think about the old airplanes, they use raise and lower the propellers. So that's what those are, and they, it just function as lifting and raising the car, and lowering the car.
Everything's blue back there.
Oh, yeah,
wow.
The blues, baby, the blues.
Yeah.
Everybody know they Google that hashtag the blues, and that's what you're gonna see. It's gonna pop up, all blue everything.
There you have it.
So it's a fun build.
Nice, man. 57 Bel Air over the top. Barry, how you doing, man?
Doing good, man. How are you?
Okay, man. How about the World of Wheels?
Oh, man, I love it. Been here 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
It's an awesome show. We made a show in here, so here we are.
Yep, here we are. We get to see some of the over-the-top builds here, and Barry's got a pretty cool project going on here. And the reason why I say projects, because I understand that ain't the motor you're going to end up with in this thing, right?
No, it's not. I'm going to put a 434 in it.
Yeah,
This is a 355 that was sitting on the stand.
Okay.
This car wasn't even ready for this show
Yeah.
a week ago.
Oh, okay.
A week ago, we shoved this motor in here.
Yeah, you builders, you're always like that. We finished this right at the last second, you know, and we finished it in the trailer on the way over here.
4 years ago, I had a car in here. When I rolled it in here, the paint was still wet on it.
Wow, see, that's how they build them, I reckon.
I know,
Now,
I know.
And what year is the body here?
The body's a 68 Carmen Ghia.
Yeah.
It has got a 2x3 tuber chassis, chromoly roll cage,
Okay.
ladder bar rear end, 9-inch forward. We're planning on going 5.0s off the trailer, right off the hip.
Yeah, wow. Okay. All right, well, when you buy a Carmen Ghia, man, this thing don't really have a frame under it. It's got a pan under it,
Got
right?
a pan.
So
When I bought this car, the guy told me, he said, I want the undercarriage back. I said, cool, because this means nothing to me. I don't want it.
Right, yeah.
So
You
here
just
we
want
are.
the shell, don't you?
I got the body hull. It's kind of like a model car. You take the model car off
Right,
and
yeah,
chunk
yeah.
the rest of it and start and build your
Yeah.
own custom little toy.
And you built the frame for it?
I bought the frame out of
Okay.
a place in Bedford, Indiana from Checkered Racing.
All right, now here's my big question. You can buy a frame specifically made for a Carmen Ghia?
No,
No.
you got to custom order it.
Gotcha. Wow.
Custom order it.
So somebody out there has the correct dimensions, the correct specs on how to fit one right up under here without seeing the body or whatever that
Right.
you're going to use.
All you're going to have to do is call this company, Checkered Racing,
Yeah.
and tell them your track width
Yeah.
and how long you want it,
Yep.
and they'll ship you the frame rails with a complete front end under it.
Man, technology is so cool nowadays,
So,
right?
It's a phone call away, man.
Right. Yeah, yeah. Ain't that something?
It's a phone
Fantastic.
call away. Yeah, this little motor here is it's just a mock-up motor right now. It's
Yeah, I got
it's here to be pretty.
Understand.
It won't be run.
And you got some big old fat tires under it, man. Let's go back here and check it out.
Yeah.
What you got in the trunk? Just a fuel cell and
A
the
little bit of junk.
necessities.
A little bit of junk.
Yeah, it's all business on the inside. Nothing but racing equipment in there, ready to
We
race.
got a 5-gallon cell, battery, big wheel tubs. We got a Magna fuel pump in it, which pushes a bunch of fuel to the front.
Yep. Okay.
We got a I can't remember.
Well, it's white.
Well, it's white. It's a 315. It will be a 315 drag radial on it with a 9-inch forward ladder bars, and you see the wheelie bars. We hope
Yep,
we don't
yep.
need them.
Well, I was going to ask, man, you ever had to use them?
It's never been down the racetrack.
Never been raced yet. Okay.
It is on its way, hopefully this spring.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we're going
All
to try
right.
our best to get it down that way.
All right, Mr. Davis.
I appreciate it, man.
Good luck with it, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Eddie, how are you, man?
Nice to meet you, Milkman. How are you?
Nice to meet you, Eddie.
Good, thank you.
Yeah, CUDA owner.
Yes, sir.
Wow, the Hulk.
1971 Plymouth Barracuda.
Man.
It's got
Yep. Look
got
at those big old carburetors.
Yes, sir. It was all custom made. A friend of mine custom made the intake
Yeah.
and the linkage and the velocity stacks and the custom shifter.
Uh-huh.
And of course, the motor started out life to be as a 440. Of course, it's been bored and stroked to a 499. And then the color, we named it Incredible Hulk Sapphire, and then has the airbrush work on the trunk lid. We did that, and then I actually got to meet Lou Ferrigno
Oh, yeah?
and got his signature on the trunk lid.
Ah, so Lou Ferrigno signed it, man,
so
because
Lou-
you dubbed it the Hulk.
That's exactly right. Yeah,
cool.
he signed off on it, got to
Yeah.
meet him, had pictures taken with him, autograph, all that stuff, shake hands. It was great, really great to meet him.
All right. Got the big M on the roof of it.
Love the big M, the Mopar. Did that with a lady of mine. I do upholstery, and she does all my embroidery, and also has a sticker machine where she does the wraps. And we did that. Of course, it all started out to be a sticker, and just put it on there or something. peeled it out, something painted the silver, taped it all up. So the whole thing now, it's all paint. Started out as a decal, but it's all paint.
Right, that's cool.
Uh-huh.
Hey, you build something like this in your backyard, Eddie?
I did. Sure did. Built it in my garage. This is the third one. I've got a 68 Chevelle with it's a big block, got 2 blowers.
Okay.
And then we built, got double stack blowers. And then we built a pretty wild Nova, not as wild as this thing. And then this thing here came along. And like I said, everybody's got a blower with 2 4-barrels. We decided to have one with 3 4-barrels.
You got to have 3.
That's right.
You got to one-up everybody.
One up,
Eddie.
that's right.
Golly, man. And you went with Biggs.
Biggs Performance Racing carburetors. They are 840 CFM racing carbs.
Man.
We broke it in sitting on the jack stands. It was really funny. In 25 minutes, it ran 5 gallons of gas. So basically, every 5 minutes, it burned a gallon of gas sitting on jack stands.
That's a lot of gas, Eddie.
But of course, it's like this, and like my Chevelle, if you build this type of car, you're probably not worried about fuel mileage.
Yep, that's
so
right.
That's what And the interior, I do upholstery work. I did all the custom interior, did the seats, and built a console, and that's just kind of another thing that I do.
All right. And what year is the body?
This is a 1971. This is probably one of the more rare cars. This is the only year of the Cudas that they actually have dual headlights or have 4 headlights.
Wow. Okay.
So it's probably one of the most. The 70 and the 71 is 2 of the most sought after ones, and I believe this is probably the most sought after one.
Okay. Moose, how are you, sir?
Good. How are you doing?
Right, man. You know, we're out here looking for the over-the-top type builds. And when you run up on something like this, man, you're looking at the craftsmanship into this type of build and you're going, wow, who did that?
Well, this car was built at Rad Rides by Troy. The owner of the company is Troy Trepanier.
Mm-hmm.
He's well known to the hot rod world, and he's known for the over-the-top cars, and this one's definitely over the top. We built it for Dennis and Mark Mariani, a couple of California guys, and started life as a 29 Ford Model A, but 95% of this body's handmade.
Yeah, it looks it, man. I mean, you can tell it's been highly modified. Now, where's this shop out of?
Manteno, Illinois. We're about 45 minutes south of Chicago.
All right, gotcha.
And
man, there's a lot to talk about here. I mean, I'm looking at the wheels. They got to be one-offs. You're looking at the tops. The whole body's been modified.
Yeah, the wheels are custom one-off CNC machine wheels, and then they blasted them to give them a cast look, because they're kind of going for like a old Bonneville or a Divco milk truck style wheel on there.
Yeah, okay.
And they're actually a 3-piece. The beadlock part unscrews from the wheel there just to give it kind of that look.
Wow.
They're 19s in the back and 18s in the front.
Okay.
Let's
check out the front end of this thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of unique things up here.
Sure.
The headlight stands are actually the shock mount, and then it has a chrome moly hoop that goes underneath the radiator shell that supports the whole assembly. So it's kind of nice because it hides the mounts under there.
Yeah.
That's
Tuck them right in there.
32 Ford commercial headlight that's been sliced and modified to bolt to that stanchion.
Okay, and you put their name right on the valve cover.
Yeah, it's a Gen 1 small block Chevy engine, and they wanted to make it look like kind of an old Ford motor.
Yeah, sure. You personalize their vehicle. There you go.
Yeah, it's a custom-made air cleaner assembly. The steering is pretty unique on this car. They made a pivot point down below it to get the steering arm in line with the suspension arm, because they wanted the car to ride good and have good suspension travel.
Okay.
And by doing that, they figured out the geometry so it doesn't have any bump steer.
Wow. Yeah.
These cars with that type steering system were known
exterior
to jerk the steering wheel.
Oh yeah, that's just.
The cowl is actually a power cowl vent, so you can turn the little knob on the dash and get air coming in there, even though the car has air conditioning. It has vintage air system in it. The grill is custom made also. When you move around to the inside of the car, the The whole interior is a custom interior. Adam Banks that works at the shop did quite a bit of this car, actually, all the sheet metal work and the upholstery also. It has a custom tilt steering mechanism. The steering wheel actually comes off. It's got a quick release on it for bigger guys to be able to get in and out of the car easy.
And what kind of transmission is in it?
It's got a 5-speed manual transmission.
Okay. Manual shift.
Yep.
In the rear end?
Oh.
Oh, picking his brain, am I? It's no big deal.
Rear end.
Yeah, okay. I was just curious, does it have like a street gear in it, or is it geared for burning rubber? What would they do with this street rod like this? More than likely, cruiser. It'll do both, he says. Yeah. Okay.
The license plate actually covers the fuel filler assembly.
Yeah.
There's a little plug in here. It has a built-in battery tender to charge the battery.
Oh, man. Love it, man. Love the old brake lights. Old school stuff there. And the color choice is fantastic, man. It suits the ride quite well.
Yeah, that's a custom color mix that Troy and Adam came up with.
All right. Wow. Moose, wonderful ride, man.
Thank you.
That thing is absolutely gorgeous. You'll probably win something with it here today at the World of Wheels. Wow.
We're non-competition this time.
Oh, yeah?
So,
Okay.
so,
So you're just here showing, ain't you?
yep, we're just here
All right.
promoting the show.
Promoting all that craftsmanship. Wow.
Yes.
All right, Moose.
All right, nice talking to you.
Okay, you have a wonderful time at the show, buddy.
You too.
Thanks for watching and check back soon for more Hot Rod Madness.